Hey guys, so today's video is going to be my eyebrow routine. I had a couple requests to do an eyebrow tutorial, so today that is what we're going to do. I had recorded it once before, but when I went and looked at the footage, it was all out of focus, so I couldn't really work with it. So we're going to redo it today, and hopefully this will be better. So if you are interested in seeing how I do my eyebrows, just keep watching. So what I used to fill in my eyebrows is this Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in soft brown, and it's amazing. It has a spoolie on one end and then a very fine tip pencil on the other end. And what I do is I just start with the spoolie end and kind of just comb through my brows, get them nice and groomed, and brush it all in the direction of hair growth. And then I go and take the pencil end of it, and I just start outlining the bottom end of my brows, and right here you can see it kind of tends to go up in a curved arch where the other brow I have is more straight. So we have to kind of fake it here. So I go straight out, kind of just camouflaging this little section here. So I'm not following my actual eyebrow hairs. I'm kind of creating the illusion of some hair there. And then I just do the same thing on top, but I do go a little lighter because I don't want it as sharp as the bottom line. You want the bottom line to be the sharpest part of your brows. And just the same thing, I'm just outlining where the hairs are, and I'm going right over the roots because I don't want any of my natural hairs to stick out. I want it all to be covered, so I go right from the root and outline my whole eyebrow. Then for my inner part of my brow, I just take my pencil and kind of do little flicks up, creating the illusion of more hairs there, which this pencil is awesome for since it is so fine tipped. It can really mimic the illusion of hair. And then I just take the spoolie end again and just comb through and kind of move and blend the product around, because the spoolie does tend to move some of the product and blend it out. And then after I'm done with that, I just kind of see whatever area needs a little more filling in and anything that looks a little sparse, so I just go and fill that in and go again with the spoolie and comb it all out. It's just kind of this process over and over until I get the look I am happy with. Pretty much just going to do the same exact thing to this eyebrow, except this is my good brow, so I don't really have to do any correcting to it or making it look like there's hair in places that there's not, like I did have to with my other one where it did get a little thinner. So with this one, I just follow my natural hair growth and outline it. Then I'm just going to give a little filling in to the middle part of my brow and also in the very inner corner of my eyebrow. Just give it some of those flicks up again, kind of filling that in, creating some more hair-like illusions. And then basically it's just the same process as the last brow. Keep going between this and the spoolie, blending it out, moving some product, filling in where it's sparse, and just kind of going back and forth till I get the desired results I want. Also, a tip for when you are filling in your brows, you want the inner part of your eyebrows to be the lightest, and then the middle part right in there to be a little bit darker, and then the tail ends of your brows should be the darkest because that is going to look the most natural. apparently I like to glare at myself when I'm doing my eyebrows, but obviously you want to keep checking, looking straight in the mirror at yourself, both sides, just checking to make sure you are symmetric and are even on both sides, because having two different eyebrows is like having two different personalities, and you don't want that. So that's pretty much it, what I do for my everyday eyebrow routine, but now I will show you another step that I will do if I sometimes want to go for a little bolder brow. So what I would do is take my Urban Decay brow box, and it's just two different brow powders, one lighter one and one darker one, and it comes with an angled brush, a tweezers, and then underneath it also comes with a little wax that you can dip your finger in and kind of put it over your brows. That makes them stay put and not move, but I did forget to do that step today. So what I do is just take my angled brush and the lighter color of the two, and I just outline the bottom of my brows like I would with my pencil, and just lightly flick it up to blend it in, and then I do take a little more and really just fill in the middle portion of my brow. I try not to go too far in with the product because, like I said, you want the inner part of your eyebrows to be the lightest. So I just take whatever is left on my brush and then kind of just flick it up like so, to get a little product in there, but not too much. And then sometimes what I will do as well is then go back into my brow box and take the darker of the two colors and focus that mainly on the tails of my brows, because like I said before, you want the ends to be the darkest. So right here I just take a little bit, and it really just gives you more of that gradient eyebrow, but nothing that's too intense. You can build it up to get a bolder brow, but I just prefer not to today. And then I go back to my Anastasia Brow Wiz just for the spoolie to kind of comb them out and blend all the product together. And that's what I would do if I wanted to go for a little bolder or darker brow. Then if I wanted to amp my brows up even more, I would take a concealer, and I'm using my MAC Pro Longwear concealer and a flat edge brush. You do not need a lot of product for this, just a little bit goes a long way. And I'm just outlining basically what we filled in. Right there where I had to camouflage and kind of put hair where there wasn't hair. You do not want to follow your natural hairline there, because you'll just take all the product off. So you want to go right under everything that you filled in and just really sculpt out the brows. And then what I like to do is just take my finger and kind of pat the product to kind of blend it into everything else. And then I just do the same on the top, just kind of trace it along to really sculpt out those brows. And this is an awesome trick, especially if you're just starting to fill in your brows, because it's basically an eraser. Anything you put it over, it's going to take that product away and cover it up. So if you maybe went a little too thick with your brows, or you made one arch sharper than the other, it really is just so easy just to clean it up and fix that little bit, and it just is an awesome way to really sculpt your brows. Then the last thing I do is always just comb them out when I'm done, just so I make sure that every hair is in the right place and it just looks very groomed. Then one final tip is your eyebrows should be about a pencil width in from your nose, and then from your nose connecting through your iris is where your arch should start, and then the end of your brow should be from your nose to the end of your eye. And that is it for how I do my eyebrows. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully you learned a thing or two and you can apply it to your own brows. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you in my next video. Bye!